Welcome to your go-to podcast for making the most of your second chance after a conviction, inspiring you to navigate the challenges associated with having a criminal record. I'm your host, Dion, and this is Uncensored Inspiration. Uncensored Inspiration, are you ready for our next guest? Joey Crakk is in the building, y'all. Bam, 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 bam.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Joey, for being here. I want you to talk to us about Allsum LLC and tell me what that does.
Okay, well, Allsum LLC belongs to mine and my partner, Herschel. We started around 2019. We started out printing apparel. We wanted to do something for people, businesses in the community,
okay.
Which we ended up rolling out into doing advocacy and other sorts of things of that nature. Currently, we are expanding. We started out just printing for our brand. We are currently printing for businesses and our brand, and are currently in the process of trying to become an actual manufacturer.
Nice. Awesome. Yes. So what inspired you to do this?
I was working at Amazon pre-COVID, and the department I was working in at Amazon was printing. Literally, we just focused on printing apparel, and it was new. And I was actually telling Zach and them before we started, right before COVID hit, I had a switch in mind. I was thinking like a consumer, and literally watching that business every day. I'm like, hold on, I can do this. And I found a cheaper process, and it made me start wanting to print. And coincidentally, I'm a historian. I like to read a lot. I read a lot of history. And from my reading, I've seen that a lot of people in history, they were printers.
Okay.
And this is how they spread information. So I just kept going. And right now, that's where I'm at. I'm in a process of literally trying to take history and corroborate it with printing, and that way spreading history through printing.
Awesome. Okay. Yes. All right. So talk to me about one of your projects that you have coming up.
I actually have, we can talk about all my projects.
All right.
You can actually find all my projects online. You can type in Allsum Joey on Google, and literally everything will pop up.
Okay.
And
Allsum Joey on Google.
I am an artist also. I make music, conscious rap. I have 3 projects currently out. I have a 4th coming out this November.
Name them, baby.
Okay,
Tell us.
So Crackademic Era Volume 1, 2, and 3. They're all out. You can find them on all DSPs, all platforms, YouTube, Amazon, Google, anything that streams music, you can find my music on.
Okay.
SoundCloud is where my first project is on.
Nice.
And well, my music, literally, that's me. It's an outlet for me.
Okay.
And it's me just allowing people to know who I am and what I am through my music.
Okay. So I have a question related to your music. How do you incorporate How do you incorporate themes of redemption or second chances in your music? Are those your topics that you talk about?
Yes. Music itself is a second chance.
Okay.
The simple fact that people they get to express themselves. It's an outlet. And what I try to do, I try to keep a conscious mind. When I'm rapping, I try to talk of things of substance, things that our people can relate to.
Yes.
And correlate and relate to and help them heal.
Okay.
Literally, I'm trying to heal people through music.
Nice.
Change the narrative.
Okay, awesome. So also in your music, what advice do you give to people through your music? What are some of your messages?
One of my main things I live by is when you know where you come from, you know where you're going. When you know where you're going, any path can take you.
Okay.
And in a sense of nobody's position is too small. We all matter, and believe in what you do and do it with a smile.
Absolutely.
And I firmly believe that.
Okay. That's amazing. So what are some of your specific experiences that have helped shape you from your community or from your life? Tell us about some of your experiences.
Life has not been all fairy tale. My experiences have shaped me. I can honestly say starting at like the age of 12.
Okay.
I had my first job in a barbershop.
Okay.
And that taught me a lot about tribe, about village.
Okay.
And from 12 to about 16, I worked in a barbershop, and that gave me work ethic. I always had a work ethic, always kept a job, and that shaped me into my experiences. And being in a barbershop, I met people of all walks of life. And being in that barbershop, not only did it teach me what I wanted to be, but more so of what I didn't want to be.
Okay. Exposure to both sides.
Yes. And being so young and being around older men and seeing examples of what I didn't want, which
Okay.
actually shaped the mold of me, what a man was to me.
Awesome.
You know, and
Okay.
yes, that's my, not to speak. Also, my father. My father did a total of 30 years in prison.
Now, how old are you?
I am 35.
Okay, so that was most of your lifetime.
Yes.
He was away
Yes.
from you.
Yes.
So talk to us about how that shaped you, because obviously now you're in a single family household.
Yes.
And you've got a strong, supportive mother.
Yes.
And what was the experience being away from dad though for all that time?
Man, kind of lost. Felt kind of lost. Not having feeling like not having no identity.
Okay.
You know,
Without the male figure.
because I feel as though us as men, our job is to enforce what the woman lays down in the household.
All right.
And a man not being there, I really was confused because you don't have that example of a man.
Okay.
And yes, him being gone for 30 years, it took a toll on me, but also it built me. It built my character. It made me who I am today.
Awesome.
And I'm thankful. He's here today. He's home now. And,
He's an amazing person. I saw him the other day. Shout out Voodoo.
Yes,
What's happening, Mr. Johnson?
Yes. And he's home now. And I wouldn't wish that on nobody. I wouldn't want to relive that. But I'm happy for making me who I am today.
So let's talk a little bit more about that. So in his second chance, how is your relationship now that he's home?
Oh, wow. Stronger than ever. It's
Okay.
actually stronger than ever before.
Okay.
And it's like instant. You know, it's like he knows that it's like none of this is promised. You know, and we on a clock. So he came home, he hit the ground running. He wanted to know everybody. Listen, if it doesn't involve my family, I don't want to be around it. And,
Absolutely.
And literally within this, April, we in October, within the 6 months, we have built a very, very strong bond. There's not a day go by that we don't talk.
That's amazing.
Yes, starting the day and end of the day, every day.
Okay. He
Yes.
is now your support system as
Certainly.
you were for him.
Yes.
Okay. So during his time, we're going to jump off of this subject though, but it's just so fascinating because most times when we hear of broken homes, we hear of the single family parent. We look at the struggle, but we don't see what the product is.
Yes.
So you are a strong product of that. And I want to dive deeper into what made you come out this way. You didn't have the male in the household.
Yes.
You were in the barbershop seeing some examples of which way to go and which way not to go. But what was a pivotal moment for you that said, I can do what we're doing in the streets, or I can aspire to be something different?
I actually had my first run-in with the law when I was 20. I had got into some serious legal trouble. And in that moment, I literally knew that's not what I want to be. That's not what I want to do.
Okay,
And,
tell me a little bit about what you were into.
Okay, so I got caught up when I was about 20, 21. I had got charged with attempt to deliver and possession.
Okay.
And ironically, the judge that was on my case was Sobak.
Okay.
And anybody that knows Sobak was a Norristown cop.
Yeah.
And when I went to magistral court, he was a judge, and literally, he didn't even hear my case.
Okay.
He knew who I was. Big house.
Yeah. So I
Big
said,
house.
oh, he's
Yes.
got a reputation. It's unfortunate, but
We
it
got
is
down
what
to
it is.
Montgomery County Courthouse, and
Okay.
the judge told me to my face, he said, "You're a smart man." He said, "And we're going to cut you a break today."
Nice.
He told me I was looking at 1.5 to 3 years upstate on my first charge.
Second chance.
He told me, "Look, I'm going to give you 5-year probation, and I don't want to see your face again. If I see your face again, I'm reinstating this, and you will be going to my house."
Okay.
And I told him, "I promise you,
Won't see me
you won't
again,
ever
but-
see my face again."
Okay.
And I had, 2025? I am currently 7 years off probation.
Awesome.
Yes,
High five
I'm
right
7
here.
years off.
Okay.
I walked 6 years off.
Okay.
Yes.
No trouble,
Yes,
right?
no
So it
trouble.
can be done.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So in those moments though, because now I know you're a new father, were you thinking about your future? Were you thinking about
No.
doors that could
No.
possibly
No.
close? Were you
No.
thinking about what's going
No.
on with me?
Being oblivious, and that what I've learned is it's not about me. You know,
Okay.
even as an adolescent, you know, you're not taught them things, but as being a man and a father now, I realize that this thing called life is not about me. You know,
Tell us what it's about for you.
I feel as though if you are only helping yourself, you are doing a
missed
disservice
it.
to
You missed it.
everyone.
Keep going.
You know, you're doing a
Yes.
disservice to
Yes.
everyone. And I read a quote the other day that said, if you have a problem, go help somebody else with a problem. You'll see how minuscule your problem is.
That's amazing.
And that's what this life is all about, pulling
Okay.
others up, you know, pulling the light out of them. And allow them to see, look, you got a light just like me.
Absolutely.
And I feel as though we are in a time where they say, The same light that can lead you can blind you if you're standing too close.
Okay.
And people are seeing things through the wrong lens.
Okay.
And they get the projecting and get envious, and people don't realize, yo, we can all do this. You can be whatever you want to be, whoever you want to be. You just got to look at it from a different lens. And like I say, same light that can lead you can blind you if you're standing too close.
Okay. So give us some advice. One for a person who's in a second chance. What would you say to a person who's caught up in the struggle right now?
Oh, if you're going through hell, keep going. Why would you stop?
Okay.
You know? And if you're going through the struggle, more than likely, the worst part of your life has happened already. You know?
Interesting.
The worst part of your life has happened already. So it's like what's ahead of you is well worth working and waiting for.
I love
and
your
pushing
intelligence.
for.
I just had
and
to say
I
that.
honestly
Smart
say,
man.
God doesn't work in mysterious ways.
Okay.
God works in purpose.
Okay.
So they say
I just got goosebumps.
opportunity means preparation, and literally you just have to be prepared when your time comes. So yes, work every day.
Okay.
Brick by brick. And I say sometimes stepping forward requires us to take a step back. You know?
Okay.
Take a step back and take a step out of yourself and look at yourself. And something that too. Just because you're taking a step back don't mean that you're going back. Sometimes you just got to take a step back to see what's in front of you.
Okay.
But always keep going forward.
All right. And to our entrepreneurs, because you have started Allsum LLC,
Yes.
what would you tell an entrepreneur in the business right now?
Oh, an entrepreneur. I'm happy you said that. Doing the right thing does not feel good. You know, your journey,
Hello.
it's not linear. It's not at all.
Okay, okay.
It's a path.
Okay.
And it's a spiral, and you will spiral out.
Okay.
And it's worth it though. It's something. It's yours. You know, and
It is.
Fight for it. And I say this all the time. If it pays your bills, treat it like it.
Okay. And if it's not paying your bills, how's we treating it, Frank?
If it's not paying your bills, I say this: give it what you can, and don't expect nothing back from it.
Okay.
And whatever you get back from it is just extra.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
but
your grace and mercy,
Yes,
right? But keep
yes,
working towards the prize.
I'm happy that you spoke. And I had a friend say to me, don't deal with people until you have the grace that God deals with you.
Oh, friend, I won't be playing with nobody if we working on that temperament. Jesus, keep working with me. Because
Yes.
that's a
Yes,
powerful
yes,
statement.
yes.
And I'm just even saying that at the grocery store because folks be getting on my nerves with their carts and trying to move around. And instantly I want to go snap city. And if I stop and thought about it, give that person the grace
Yes,
and
that
mercy that God gives you, what a better world this will be. Like I said, I love your brain. Okay, this man has a think take on him, friends. That's why he is here. Also, though, give us a little bit more about the community. You grew up in Norristown,
Yes,
right?
Norristown,
That is
born
an
and raised. Born
interesting
and raised.
dynamics.
Yes.
Talk to me about town.
Wow, I can go on for days. Currently, I'm from Green Street, 1000 block. I grew up in a village, literally, and I didn't realize how much of a village I had growing up. And you don't realize it until you're out of it.
Absolutely.
I've recently walked up Green Street and it's
Don't
dead.
know anybody.
It's dead.
It's a different world.
And I've realized that the people here, they gave this block life. Like literally from the top to the bottom. It was the people who gave the block
community.
life. I'm currently reading a book called Black History as Fuck by Michael Harriot.
Okay.
And you're speaking on it. He said church is not a place or a thing. It's people.
Okay.
In a village. It's people. It's
It
not a
is.
thing. It's not a place.
Absolutely.
It's people. So growing up, I realized I had a huge village, but didn't take heed to what was going on around
All
me.
the aunties and uncles.
Norristown has shifted, and I would say some good, some bad.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up around, I felt like all family.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody I knew was all from. I can walk anywhere, and literally, I knew everyone. And it's not the same. It's not. But I guess it's change, and change isn't always bad, and sometimes it's necessary. You know. But I just wish the people that are still in Norristown would get so much more involved.
I absolutely
including myself.
agree. Yeah.
Including myself. Yes.
There's a lot that needs to be done, and I feel like if we don't take this opportunity while things are shifting, it could shift in a totally different direction.
Certainly.
Where there will be no more opportunities.
Yes.
Okay. So if there is any one piece of advice that you want to give anyone, what would your advice be? Period. Not second chance, not entrepreneur, just in life. What are we talking about?
Ooh, that's a good one, D. Advice? I got some advice.
All right.
Don't take no one's advice.
Okay.
You know, because in actuality, advice is added vices. You know, people are just giving you, they're projecting.
Okay.
You know, and then nobody knows best for you but you.
Okay.
Believe none of what you hear. half of what you feel, no, half of what you see and all of what you feel.
Okay.
Certainly.
I'm a feeling person too.
Yes.
Energy. And I
Yes.
think that is 100%.
The stomach is his second brain. You feel it before you think it.
Absolutely.
Yes. So believe in yourself. That's it.
Believe it. So inspirational,
believe it. Believe
young
it.
man is
If
so
you feel it, believe it. Certainly.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Joey, thank you. That was awesome.
Yes.
Before I get into my next set of questions, we're going to take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsor. Today's episode is brought to you by Power Pro Electric, your trusted experts both in residential and commercial electrical work. Whether it's rewiring your home, upgrading your business lighting, or tackling those small fixes you've been putting off, Power Pro Electric has you covered. What really sets them apart is their commitment to customer care. They don't just get the job done, they make sure it's done right, safely, and with your needs front and center. When you call Power Pro Electric, you're not just hiring an electrician, you're partnering with a team that takes pride in treating every project like it's their own. So, if you want reliable, professional, and customer-focused electric work for your home or business, reach out to Power Pro Electric today. 215-906-4368. That's Power Pro Electric, powering your world with precision and care. Big thanks to our sponsor, Power Pro Electric. And by the way, if you would like to sponsor a show, get at us. Send us an email at uncensoredinspiration@gmail.com. Back to you, Joey Crakk.
Yes.
First of all, explain to me what Joey Crakk is all about.
Oh, well, that is not self-proclaimed. I remember vividly being 3-4 years old, out in the community in the village,
and with your mama.
Literally, all the guys out on the block. Yo, that's Joey Crakk. My mom, but don't call him that. He's a dope individual. That's what we mean by it. And literally, it has stuck with me ever since.
Okay.
I mean, I have people I've known my whole life, and literally, they don't know my government.
Okay.
Because they just know me as Crakk.
Joey
Crakk. So, yeah. So, I am literally in a phase of my life. I'll be 35 this year, and I'm trying to tell people, my name is Jahan. Please call me by my butt. I don't.
Mr. Johnson.
Everybody knows me by Crakk, and that's okay with me.
Okay. So you also use that though as your stage name.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about how you became a rapper.
Okay. I always loved music. My mom, she ushered it into my soul.
Okay.
Singing. She
is a dynamic singer.
Yes. And I've always had a love for music, and then I started growing up, middle school, started growing love for literature.
Okay.
And before I knew it, I'm writing poems, I'm writing stories. I'm like, hold on, these are raps.
Nice.
And I started writing raps, and I didn't really start taking it seriously until about literally 6-7 years ago. Like I said, I'm 35. It was like 27, 28 when I put out my first project.
Okay.
But I have literally been rapping since I was 14, 15. I actually have recordings on my phone of me rapping when I was about 9, 10 years old.
That's awesome.
In the actual studio. So
okay.
I feel as though this is something that was always destined for me.
Okay. So for our aspiring artists, what advice would you give them?
Be authentic, be original, be you. Make things for yourself. Make things for yourself, and if anybody else likes it, that's a bonus. Okay. But the more organic, the more likely you are to pick up some type of attraction with your work.
Okay, so you're saying the law of attraction, it'll bring it together for you.
Yes.
Okay, so in wrapping up, what lessons have you learned by facing personal challenges?
Ooh, you're never as low as you think you are.
Okay, that's powerful.
Like I said, you breathing, you got air in your lungs.
Okay.
Ain't nothing you can't get done.
Okay.
And you just have to be able to face the fire.
Okay.
And I've learned in order to, gold has to go through a furnace. Things have to go through, you have to go through a process. And if you don't, there's no skipping steps.
Okay.
There's none.
Okay. That's powerful too. Do you actually believe second chances can transform lives? And if so, how?
Yes, because people change.
Okay.
Some people change, some people don't. I think second chances can transform people because the simple fact that a lot of times when you're in a moment, you don't realize what you're doing or
what you got through.
And when you go through it, and then when you get a chance to step away from it and look at it, you're like, you know what? That was the wrong way. I went the wrong way. And the simple fact that I got a second chance now, I'm going to try to do it different this time around.
Okay.
And I think that's why second chances, everybody deserves a second chance until they don't.
So that's a powerful statement because I've been toying with this in my mind. Do you really believe that everybody deserves a second chance? And before you answer that question, I want to say everybody as in a person who we've been watching the Wayne
Yes.
Gacy tapes.
Yes.
And there's another guy, I don't want to misquote the name, but between him and John, they murdered 60 little boys,
right.
murdered, raped, put them underneath things, did horrible things to them. And I keep saying, I'm not God. I'm
Yes.
not God. And I say in that moment, do I believe that everybody deserves a second chance? So with that on the table,
Yes.
does everybody really deserve a second chance?
Ooh, that is kind of shaky because when you're looking at it from that perspective, it's like
Everybody. So does everybody.
But also at the same time, it's like that makes me think. That really, really makes me think.
My last guest, I'm going to even throw another twist in there, said to me, deal with people as God would deal with you. Now, we're talking about John. I have to use that as an example because I literally just watched that last night. And
I mean, but also in a sense like that, them people done had plenty of second chances.
But a second chance before our eyes. They've had second chances in their own dwelling and in their own life and situation.
No.
But before the public's eye.
I don't think they're deserving of that. No.
Okay. So in reality, everybody does not deserve a second chance.
They don't.
With that being said, how does a person truly earn a second chance?
Ooh. Show and prove opposed to show and telling.
Okay.
A person can tell me who they are opposed to when they do things. I know your intentions. I know who you are. You can tell me anything in the world.
Absolutely.
But your actions lets me know exactly who you are. So I think we should base it simple on that. Just show and prove opposed to show and tell.
So also in that, though, the person is trying to show you, but they're struggling. The person keeps falling back into certain habits. Certain things keep coming into play. But again, they're showing you, am I giving them this second chance? Do I continue? How does that work?
But also, like you say, it's the simple fact that if I know a person is trying and doing, I'm willing to meet them where they are. Some people are worth meeting where they are. And some people you got to let them go.
Okay.
Get rid of them. So yes, you are correct. Not everyone deserves a second chance.
Absolutely. Okay. And then on my final note here, Joey,
yes,
Jahan,
yes,
what would you like to say to our community as inspiration? What inspirational moment could you leave us with? Thought.
Ooh.
This has been a wonderful conversation, though, by the way, y'all. Wonderful.
Love yourself.
Ooh.
Do it all. Love you. No matter what, you have to love yourself. And honestly, like I say, on my journey of just reading, learning, one thing I've learned, once I've learned about myself as a black man, there's no such thing as black and ugly.
Oh my goodness, that is beautiful.
There's no such thing as black and ugly. Black and ugly is not synonymous at all.
It is what they have led us to believe.
Certainly.
But you know what's crazy? And on that, and we keep talking about what's happening right now with Donald Trump.
Yes.
More and more of the racist things that are coming out, you also see the people wanting to integrate with us, wanting to be black. And it's not just white, it's the Asian. There's a lot of stuff going on with Asian interracial couples now. It's been Latino interracial couples now. I honestly think the fear is that the black is so beautiful that's all that's going to be on this earth. And they are so scared. They are so scared of that fact that we have what we have right now in our climate.
They can't afford for you to see your value. Because once you see your value, they lose theirs. That
is powerful.
A simple fact, like I make these points to people every day. We are running our life off of paper. So worth so much more than paper. Even just looking into the history of why we were bought to this country, we are commodities. Every single person, and every black person in this country is a commodity. Every black person in this country has a talent that they can get them paid, or a talent that can allow them to survive and live, but we don't see things through these lenses. And once again, same light that can lead you can blind you if you stand in too close to it.
I'm going to say that in relation to what you just said. My grandmother, Margaret Lowe, said, always have a talent that you can do with your hands. Always have means of work that you can find within yourself. So she was saying, if you have to sew, if you have to cook, if you have to be somebody's nanny, there's always a way for you with your two hands to make money.
And even if this the note we ended on, I'm ending a story I'm currently reading about. It's called, the Drayton family was plantations owner in South Carolina, right? Right after the Civil War, they started growing rice. But during this time, they were in a pandemic, yellow fever, all types of diseases, and that family was dying off. And on this plantation one of hundreds of plantations in South Carolina that they owned, they had about 150 people on this plantation working, cultivating rice. But they didn't know. They didn't know that they were cultivating rice. They were dying, getting sick. Everybody's dying off. They hired what they called a Indian investigator. So what he did is he went on this plantation. He was trying to figure out the ways of the slaves. So the plantation owner made a complaint. He told him, look, we in here dying, we sick. But for some reason, them people back there, they are okay. There ain't nothing wrong with them.
Okay.
So he ends up going onto the plantation, and he found out, oh, your slaves are back there cultivating rice. He said, rice? What's that? Mind you, rice was not known to the Americas.
Okay.
I read that there was more dirt removed in South Carolina for the crops of tobacco, cotton, and rice than there was dirt removed to build the pyramids.
Okay.
So much dirt removed that you
So-
could still see the damage done from an aerial view from outer space. And I say that to say, these people knew their worth. They were prisoners of war. They were enslaved, but you know what? They didn't let that get to them. They told them, yo, okay, yeah, y'all think y'all got dominion over us, but guess what? God has the last say so.
Absolutely.
You know, as long as we got God, as long as we know who we are, we will continue to survive. And reading stories like that lets me look in the mirror and realize, oh, I'm still that person today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's inspiring.
And I say that to say the simple fact that literally it resonated with me because my grandfather is from Georgia and he made rice a lot. Almost with every meal.
I was going to say, I almost feel like that's a black
Every
family
meal.
staple.
Yes,
The son's father said they
yes.
ate rice so much growing up as a child. He won't eat rice now.
Yes, it's real.
And
it's
they're
real.
from Georgia.
It's in our roots.
Okay.
It's in
Embedded.
our roots. Yes.
Joey, thank you for sharing. This has been an amazing interview.
Certainly.
As we wrap up, there's one thing that we got to take care of.
Yes.
And that's the bam, 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 bam.
Let's get it.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Bam, 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 bam. Folks, stay tuned. There's more to our interview. Listen to our side conversation and get some knowledge from this young man, y'all.
Thank you for having me.
Again, Allsum LLC. That's the way to go, folks. Thank you. And until next time, stay uncensored and be inspirational. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Uncensored Inspiration. Please remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe. All the things that help us to serve the community to speak freely and think boldly. Ciao for now.